Hi class, welcome to the second meeting of Advanced Structure, and this week we are going to have a quick review on tenses, part 1. Yes, of course, we are not going to discuss about all of the tenses in 1 week. Okay, the rest of the tenses will be discussed next week. Right, so let's see what do we remember about tenses. Tenses reminds us about the formula, right? All of those 16 formula about how to um, construct a sentence in stating or saying or telling about an event, but actually in easy way, tenses is all about the time of the event and the predicate in the sentence. The predicate in the sentence include the verbs like work, play, eat, and etc. And the verb phrase like is working, had work, and etc. And to be, okay, like is, were, been, and etc. The tenses only affect the predicate in the sentence. It has no effect on the subject. It has no effect on the adverbs. Well, maybe a bit, but the changes in sentences only apply to the predicate in that sentence, and the changes in the sentence is influenced by the time of the event. Remember, in tenses, right? If you think of a tenses, remember these two keywords, the time and the predicate. Okay, let's take a look a bit further about what I mean by this. In English language, you know there are so many tenses, right? But actually, those tenses comprise of these four main category: the present, the past, the progressive, and the perfect. Actually, there is one more category, the future, but we are not going to discuss about it. That's what we will be discussing next week. Okay, the present tenses. Yeah, one example of the present tenses is Amy always eats salad for breakfast, and the past tenses Amy ate salad this morning. The progressive tenses is like Amy is eating salad right now, and the perfect tenses is Amy has eaten the salad. Okay, you see here in these four sentences, the only part of the sentence that changes is the predicate. This one, this one, this one, and this one. This is what I mean by the changes in tenses only affect the predicate. And look at the subject. Look at the noun here. Amy. Yeah, there's no change in Amy. And on the salad, the object of the sentence, there is no change in salad. And the other change maybe for the adverb. Okay, in this case, the adverb indicate the time of the event when the verb happened, when the event happened. In present tenses, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Let me show you my favorite media to explain this. This is our timeline. Alright, this is our timeline. The present tenses expressed events that occurred in present time, right? Where's the okay? Here they are. So this dot, okay, not this dot, this line represent this moment. This line represent this moment. Okay, so anything that happened in present time will cross this moment. Okay, happen at this moment. So in present tenses, it means that the event happened this moment. It doesn't matter when it starts or when it ends, but it happens this moment. Okay, now, and for the past tenses, it expresses anything that happened in the past. That way, that part. And the future happens in the future. No, I mean the sentences, that is expressed using the future tenses means that the event happened in the future after this moment, not before this moment. Okay, so the present tenses, all right, the present tenses or the past tenses comes in simple form or in progressive form or in perfect form. Yep, that's right. I'm talking about these two types of tenses. If the simple form tells, the simple form of tenses, either it's in the present or past, talks about the exact time when it happened. But if we talk about the progressive and the perfect tenses, we talk about the aspect. Is it still in progress? Or it is already done? I am not talking, I do not use the term finish, right? Because I want to emphasize that the perfect tenses means that the action or the events. And when we talk about these two, sometimes we need adverb that shows exact time. Okay, we are going to go for it later. Okay, so for this one, this example shows in the simple form. The sentence expressed in simple form. Amy always eats salad for breakfast, right? It means that this happens as a habit or a situation that always happens. Okay, so it starts regularly every breakfast. Amy eat salad. Okay, so this is the timeline for this sentence, for this situation. Okay, and in the past tense, Amy ate salad this morning, right? So imagine that this moment is already in at midnight. I took this video. I record this video at midnight actually. So when I say Amy ate salad this morning, it literally happened in the past for my time. Okay, so like for example, this moment is already midnight, right? For example, it's already midnight. Then this morning, this one happens in the past, right? This morning, Amy ate salad. Okay, ate salad. Yeah, that's what happened this morning. And what about the progressive tenses? The progressive means that by this time, at the moment, the action is still in progress. So I don't know when it starts, but actually this moment, this is still progressing, still happening. That is why it is called progressive tenses. And since it is happening at this moment, right, I'm using the present form of the verb is, if you notice this. Okay, so wait, let me erase this for a moment, and then we go for the perfect tenses. Basically, perfect tenses indicate that the event happened in the past, but which past? Because we already have simple past tense, right? So since it this kind of tenses, yeah, these kinds of tenses emphasis on the action that is already done, it does not really need to state the exact time. Okay, so Amy has eaten the salad. Okay, in this situation, Amy has eaten the salad, right? But I don't really know when that event finished. Okay, compared to these past tenses. Okay, in the simple form of this one, the adverb shows exactly when it happened, but in the perfect type, yeah, in the perfect form, the time is not stated because it doesn't matter. It is not important because we only want to know that it is already done. Okay, that's what perfect tenses means, right? And then we have, okay, question. Actually, other than tense, what else can affect the form of the verb? And does it happen in all tenses? Try to find the answer for that question. And please give 3 examples of sentences that use dative verbs. What does it mean by dative verbs? Okay, I advise you to look at the module to the handout and try to find what dative verbs means. And you might be uh, you might want to consult to the handbook to find what dative verbs and to answer these questions. Right. So next one. Amy was eating salad this morning when I arrived at her house. Alright, so what does it mean? Like I said before, the tenses can come in the progressive, simple, or in the perfect form, whether it is in the present tenses or in the past tenses. And these sentences, this sentence, I mean, this sentence, if you notice, the predicate of this clause, yeah, is in the progressive form. But if you look at the to be here, it represents the past. Yes, it is an example of past progressive tense. Okay, so why would we want to use the past progressive form? Now, the past progressive form indicates that an action, yeah, an action was still in progress when another action happened. This one is action A, and this one is action B. Okay, so the first event wasn't finished and the other event occurred, right? You can see this. So this is how we use the past progressive tenses. The past progressive tenses is used to indicate that one event is still in progress while the other event occurred. These two happened in the past. And look at this one. The time, the exact time is mentioned. Okay, so this is how we use the present progressive tense. So if you want to express an action that happened in the past and when that action is still in progress and another action come or another event occurred, interrupting the first action, I suggest that you use the present progressive tense. Okay, let me erase this first. Right, and look at this one. I have another sentence. I was thinking about skipping the morning class, but I didn't. The past progressive tense can also be used to indicate an unfulfilled an unfulfilled event. Like, for example, this sentence. I was thinking about skipping the morning class. I was thinking. Yeah, it happened in the past. Was thinking about skipping the morning class. But in the end, I came to that class, right? It means that what I was thinking at that time didn't happen. Nah, that's what I mean by sorry, unfulfilled events. Nah, present progressive tense is also common to be used to express this unfulfilled event. Okay, let's go to the next example. Nah, Amy has eaten salad for breakfast since 2 months ago. Okay, now you guess. Which tense is this? Yep, that's another form of perfect tenses. I am sure that you are familiar with the characteristic of perfect tenses, right? Yeah, it has or have or had. Now, since it uses has here, it indicates that the perfect tenses is in the present form. Okay, but actually, like I said before, the present perfect tenses is not really happening in the present. It's just happened in the point of view of the speaker. Amy has eaten salad for breakfast since 2 months ago. It means that up until this moment, this event is still happening. Okay, but we are not talking about the progress here. We talk about an event as not as a progress, right? Like a dot, not like a line. Okay, so Amy has eaten salad for breakfast since 2 months ago. It means that every day Amy eats salad. Since 2 months ago, okay, 2 months ago, it's March now, so we can say that Amy has eaten salad for breakfast since January, but up to this moment, Amy still eats the salad for breakfast. Do you get what I mean? I hope you do. Now, since we talk about sometime in the past, right? Since we talk about sometimes in the past, but since the occasion happened until now, the perfect tense is the most appropriate tense to be used to express this. Another example, Amy has been eating the salad for an hour. It means that Amy started eating the salad here an hour ago and it still continues until now. So what's the difference between progressive tense? In progressive tense, we talk about something that is still in progress at this moment. Okay, so the time emphasis is at this moment, But when you say Amy has been eating the salad for an hour, you do not talk about the progress at this moment, you talk about the duration. Okay? You want to emphasize the duration. That's another function of perfect tenses. The perfect tenses, both in present or in the past form, usually used to make emphasis on the duration. You do not talk about the exact time when it started or when it finished or whether it is still in progress. It talks about how long, for example, the duration of an event. So it means that Amy, yeah, has been eating the salad for an hour. She has been spending 1 hour just to eat the salad. It doesn't matter at what time she started and when she will be finished. She will finish the salad because the speaker only wants the listener to understand how long she eats the salad. So that's the function of the perfect tenses. Nah, by the time I came, Amy had already eaten her salad. Look at this one. In this sentence, I use had instead of has or have. So this one indicates the past perfect tense, the past form of perfect tense. Okay, so the past perfect tense is similar with past progressive tense. It is used to indicate that one event occurred after or before another event. Look at this one. There are two events here. I came and Amy had already eaten her salad. So like for example, this is a situation, event A and this one is event B. At this moment, not at this moment, sometimes in the past I came. Sometimes in the past I came. Alright? And at this time, Amy had already eaten her salad. She finished eating her salad. Sometimes in the past, she finished eating her salad. Okay, so if you want to indicate two actions or two events that happen one after another, and you do not want to talk about what time or when it happened, it exactly happened. Okay, you just want to say that it was already happened when another action happened. It is better for you to use the past perfect tense. Okay, it is better for you to use the past perfect tense. I will try to contrast this with this one. This expressed that the action is still in progress, but this time the action was done when this happened, right? But in this sentence, this one was still in progress when this happened. Okay, so and you might notice that in the past progressive tense, the adverb of time is usually stated, but in past perfect tense, there is no adverb of time because in past tenses, the exact time is not really matter. Does not really matter. It's not necessary, so you can omit that. So, this is the third question that you need to answer. How do the helping verb have and has are usually used in spoken English? Okay, so uh, if you look at your module and your handout, not handout, your handbook, okay, you will notice that the tenses used in written and spoken is different. Try to find the different, how to use the helping verb have and has in spoken English. Okay, so well, that's the explanation of the sentences. The sentences, right? And these are the rest of the questions that you need to answer. You might want to consult to your handbook and also the module to answer these questions. And please work with your group partner to answer the questions. And please do not send emails. Yeah, do not send me emails of your answer. Instead, please submit the document to the G Drive link posted on Aula, and please see the practicum class. I want you to submit your work before the end of the day. Okay? Thank you for listening the presentation, and if you have any question, please drop your question on the comment section and I will answer that right away. See you guys.